$25 to make it hurt.
What's going on tonight? Excuse me. Woo. What's going on, everybody, and welcome once again to the Big Time Show podcast on this evening, where we will converse. Yeah, where we will converse together and see what's going on in cowboy land. Not necessarily anything doesn't have to do with factual stuff on tonight. I gotta go ahead and tell you, I'm in conspiracy theory land on tonight. I really am about to go into some deep waters, and at the risk of not everyone agreeing with me, is just what I see in the podcast world, of course. You already know that everything, well, most podcasts are opinion driven. So I'm gonna dive in there tonight, based off what I have seen, and let's see if we can talk about something that I think is troublesome, if you ask me. I really feel like it's a problem, and I think we got to talk about it on tonight. So, again, welcome to the show. For those that are here, or for those that will be coming in, I ask that you would share if you can. I also would like to welcome those that are listening by Podbean tonight, and I'll be over there to speak to see who's in there. Hopefully, we got someone in there at least. My Podbean numbers have been going down, and I don't know what's going on, but whoever's in there, if you're in there, grateful to have you join in on tonight. Hello to those that may be on Facebook or YouTube, whatever page that you're watching me from, whether it's Twitter or Twitch as well. Thanks for giving me a little part of your evening, though most of you are just getting off work. Hope you had a good day. I won't take up too much of your time on tonight, but I think that this is worth talking about on tonight. I'm sharing as well. Listen, you already know the routine by now. If you want to support the podcast by Cash App, it's right there on the ticker for you. If you want to support it by stars, if you're watching by Facebook, it's there for you. If you're watching by YouTube, you have the super chats that are available as well. So you can do it by that. If not, you already know what you can do for me. By now, you ought to know all you have to do is hit that like button that you see, smash it a few times if you don't mind. And let's see if you can Take it with me. All right. Tonight is not about really factual. I think it's more about common sense to me. I said, notice the emphasis is to me. You may feel completely different than I do, but I think we got enough smart football people in here who've been watching the game a long time, and you know that you know football, and you know players, and you know coaching tendencies, you know coaching styles. And I saw something, from the game on Monday night, which we all celebrated, or most of us did, the big victory from the Cowboys. Um, but I did see something that I thought was probably, as of now, one of the most important things that I've seen, that I think is a sign for the future. If you've been on my page, the Big Time Show page, from a couple of days ago, you notice I put out a video with me, of course, and saying something that maybe you did not notice, maybe you did notice. I think all of us noticed it, but I don't think too many people have expounded on it. And I think it's time to do that because I see it. I'll go ahead and start it off. Let me speak to everybody. I'm sorry. On Podbean. What's up, Doc? I see you. Appreciate you for popping in on me, brother. Thank you for popping in. Let me see who all on here. If you don't speak to me, I can't shout you out. What's up, Shane? Miss Nisi, how you doing? Alan, what's up, brother? Marlon, what's up? What's up? Leon, what's going on, brother? Thank y'all for popping in from so far. Appreciate all the shares. I'm quite sure we'll get some more people in before the night is over. So, but if not, they'll watch the replay. Let me say this. When Mike McCarthy got fired or laid off, however way you want to put it, from Green Bay, and Aaron Rodgers himself kind of downed him by saying what he was and what he's not, saying things like, the offense is stale and it's too stale and we can't win, kind of like with stale playbook and all that. What's up, John? I see you. Essentially got him out. Of course, Coach McCarthy took a hiatus from football, at least coaching. He still was involved, got heavily involved in analytics, fell in love with Pro Football Focus, with what they do. It kind of caught him up on the trends and all that, and he was still functioning at his house as if he was a head coach, had a staff and everything else, breaking down film, coming up with strategies and all that type of stuff. So he's a football junkie, as most of us know. And what he did, he got himself together, got hired by the Cowboys, have won since he's been here, won a lot of football games, just haven't won the big one, playoff games, but the regular season record, coming off 2 straight 12-win seasons. The only bad season he had, of course, when Dak got hurt. But other than that, it's been double-digit wins since he's been here. Good head coach. It's hard to win in this league. Good head coach. But I noticed something that he didn't do with Dak in the previous years, that I saw something on Monday night. Let me just go ahead and end all the drama and just catch you up with my head is thinking. So that on Monday night, let's go back. Monday night, we have driven the ball down the field right before half. And we got a timeout in our back pocket that has not been used. We drive down and get inside the 10-yard line. And at the time, We had, I think, right at 9 seconds to go with a timeout, which means if you got 9 seconds, you're inside the 10-yard line, you can get a playoff. Even if you get tackled, without getting into the end zone, you got a timeout. So you can get a playoff in 9 seconds. No question. Even if you got to throw the ball away, so be it. You got you can get the field goal regardless. If you can't get the touchdown, you definitely in position to get the field goal. Mike McCarthy with 9 seconds to go did not call the timeout. Instead, he let the the game clock go down to 2 seconds, if I'm not mistaken, 2 or 3 seconds, and kicked the field goal and went into half. The Cowboys were up 10-7. He had 9 seconds left. He had a timeout, and he did not take a shot at the end zone. Okay. It just all depends on how you look at it. Me personally, I would have took the shot. I would have took the shot at the end zone. Made sure that Dak understood. You ain't got time to be Superman. This ball need to come out quick. You ain't got time to scramble around. If it's not there, throw it out of bounds. At least we got the field goal, but I would have took the shot. A lot of people that were in chats that night saying, what in the world is he doing? Matter of fact, a lot of people were saying there's another clock management issue, which is what McCarthy's been known for since he's been here as well. Folks were upset that he did not take the shot. At least you would have had a shot. Hey, Smoke, I see you over there. I don't, he had, most times, most people would have taken it. He didn't. He let it go down. He just let it go. Took the for sure 3 points. Brandon Aubrey has been outstanding this year. I think he's a Pro Bowl kicker this year. And he took the for sure points. Most, well, it just depends. A lot of coaches would have went in and tried to take the shot and go in at half at 14-7. Minimum 13. It just ain't automatic these days with extra points, but you would have tried it. And then I said, well, maybe he just wanted to go in at halftime with a lead. I thought about that. But then, in the motion of the game, you ain't really looking and thinking what I was thinking at the time. You just said, man, at first I was saying I get it, but I would have took the shot, and I really didn't investigate it in my head. I just said, oh, okay. Just taking the lead, okay. But the very next day, I started thinking, and I said, and hey, y'all might want to share this because this is worth discussing, because I can see the Cowboy Nation is going to be kind of split down the middle on this. Most people will. Then there's going to be some people that are going to totally agree with me. And nobody's right or wrong. We won the game. All of that kind of, figured out. I thought about it for a second. Y'all come on with me real quick. And y'all ain't going to, for those that ain't going to agree with this, I'm trying to figure it out. I said to myself this. This man coached for a lot of years at Green Bay. And the quarterback that he had was Aaron Rodgers. I simply asked myself this question. If the same situation would have been there like it was Monday night at the end of the half, and he had Aaron Rodgers with 9 seconds left and a timeout in his back pocket, would he have taken the shot at the end zone? I ain't got to ask Coach McCarthy. I can ask you. If you had Aaron Rodgers from inside the 10-yard line with 9 seconds left and a timeout in your back pocket that you can use to stop the clock, would you have taken the shot? I guarantee you, just about everybody in here probably is going to say yes. And that's what I said. Like, if you had Aaron, you would have went for the end zone. Okay? It's no question. And if you wouldn't have taken it, the national media would have destroyed Mike McCarthy if Aaron Rodgers would have been the quarterback and he let that clock go down from 9 seconds to 2 seconds and kicked the field goal, and instead you didn't use considerably one of the best quarterbacks of all time. You're going to give him the opportunity to make the play. And I would love to see who disagree with that. You would have with him. So then that led me, that's at least what I was thinking, saying you would have with Aaron Rodgers, which leads me to this question. If you're going to have 9 seconds, hello to everybody that's coming in. If you're going to have 9 seconds and you got a timeout and you had Aaron Rodgers and everybody in this chat knows, you would have taken the shot. And the reason why you would have took the shot was because 2 things. Number one, it's Aaron Rodgers. And the only reason why I'm saying Aaron Rodgers is because this is the quarterback that Coach McCarthy had. Okay? And number 2, the reason why you would let Aaron Rodgers take the shot at the end zone is because, most importantly, you trust Aaron Rodgers. And based off that led me to this question, which you probably saw in my video from a couple days ago. Why didn't you do that with Dak? And after soul searching and all that, and I said, and whoever said that earlier about maybe he just wanted to go in the half with the lead, I entertained that, but it killed it because I had to kill that because of the scenario I just said. If it was Aaron Rodgers, you would have took the shot. Try to make it 14-7. So that kind of killed that. So it came to me with this conclusion, y'all. And I got a feeling y'all know where I'm going. He don't trust Dak Prescott. You just took it out of his hands. You rather put the lead into the hands of a kicker. Got 9 seconds left. The clock is stopped. And then you let it just die down to 2 seconds. So this is my conclusion tonight. I'm really almost through the show already. All this yip. All of this, we love that. All of this, oh, he's a leader. He can win us the Super Bowl. He can lead us. He can carry us. He can do this. He can do that. We love Dak. Dak can get us there. He can do all that. But you don't trust him with 9 seconds left and a timeout inside the 10-yard line? Because here it is. Because you are scared that Dak Prescott is going to turn the ball over. I have no question about it. And that's why I say going forward, that's a problem. That's a problem, y'all. That's a problem. See, this the kind of stuff that I'm talking about right here. This kind of stuff. And I'm getting ready to show you. You know, you keep talking, yep. You keep giving all the credit, all that kind of stuff. You keep saying this and that about them. You know, all fools go, but when it's time to do it, you show something completely different. Watch this. McCarthy says, this is what he said earlier this week. He said, I love Dak Prescott as our quarterback, the way he's built. There you go, all the way through. Obviously, his physical skill set is excellent. His physical skill set is excellent. But what he endures mentally and emotionally compared to the other 31 quarterbacks is unique. Speaking on experience, being around great quarterbacks, I've never seen a quarterback under a microscope like he is. He's consistent. His consistency, his personality and work ethic and how he handles all that and navigates all that. He goes out and performs every week. I think it is special what he has to endure. See, that's the mental side and all that. But that part right there, he says, obviously his physical skill set is excellent. That's what I want to hit on. This is what Coach said. Well, if his skill set, that's the word he used. That ain't me talking. Y'all see it right there. He said that if his physical skill set, he said it's obvious. The skill set is excellent. Well, in 9 seconds, you got the ball inside the 10-yard line, and you got a timeout in your back pocket. And since it's so excellent, why did you take the ball out of his hands instead of trying to get a touchdown? You settle for a 10-7 lead. I believe, y'all, that he's scared that Dak was going to mess it up. So, in other words, Mike McCarthy has fed into the ears. And let me take that back. He's watched more tape than Stephen A. and Shannon Sharp and, all the guys from Undisputed. He's watching more tape. And maybe that's what based his decision. But that's not a good thing going forward, y'all. I'm sorry. Let me ask y'all this question. You don't think Dak Prescott went to that sideline saying, Coach, we got 9 seconds. I mean, we got 9 seconds and we got a timeout. You think we can? Let's take a shot. I got it. You don't think Dak Prescott said that? If he didn't say that, I wonder what's wrong with him. Dak Prescott should have been going to the sideline, throwing his helmet. Dak Prescott should have been throwing his helmet. He should have been acting a complete nut. I'm serious. Like, what's this? What's this? What is this mess? That I would have lost it. Because you can't, and to further validate it, y'all ready? I don't know if y'all saw this or not. I don't know if you saw this or not, but I just got this today. Well, no, I'm sorry. I got it yesterday. Most of you seen this. This is for the people that have not. All right. So let me show you this. I think it's a problem. And if Dak didn't say nothing, like I'm saying, if Dak didn't say nothing, then I'm wondering about him. Because like I said before, we don't have to look nowhere else. All we got to look at Coach McCarthy and Aaron Rodgers. He would have given Aaron Rodgers that shot. And everybody in here knows that. 9 seconds left inside the 10-yard line with a timeout. Oh my God, Aaron Rodgers would have got that one shot at the end zone. If it ain't there, throw it up in the stands. Now you kick the field goal. but you don't voluntarily. I mean, if Dak is all this like he's saying, I, I can't. I can't. I tried my best to figure out a way how to justify this, but I'm sorry. Maybe I ain't thinking correctly. I'm sorry. I understand that the 3 points pretty much are guaranteed. Right there is less than a chip shot. I get that, but if this quarterback is what you saying it is, then why we not? I mean, somebody ought to help me. And before you help me though, let me show you this. This is what Mike McCarthy said, and this what made me do this live. And I'm saying, like, dude, you don't know how bad this making look, how this makes Dak look. Y'all don't believe me? Watch this. This is McCarthy. This is what was asked. This was his explanation on why he kicked the field goal instead of going for a touchdown before half. He said, we just decided to play it safe. I just wanted to make sure we got 3 points and got out of there. Say what? I said, y'all think I'm making it up? And I'm saying, like, hello? Hello? What? We just decided, this is Mike McCarthy's quote for those that are on Podbean. When they asked him about why did he kick the field goal instead of not going for the touchdown, he said this: we just decided to play it safe. I just wanted to make sure we got the points and got out of there. That's not good, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. See, you talking about trying to win a Super Bowl, if you talking about advancing, see, if you do that now, you'll do this in the playoffs. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If you scared, if you don't trust your quarterback to at least throw the ball away, if you're scared like that, this is not a good look for later on. Because I guarantee you, before this year's over with, we're going to have something like this come up again. And he said, Coach McCarthy said, we just decided to play it safe. Even if you don't get the touchdown, as long as you don't turn the ball over. Remember, I'm going to say it again, y'all, because it's kind of hard to dispute it. And I'm not saying I'm 1,000% right. I'm just saying you got a timeout. You have a timeout. Even if you throw it short, he gets tackled, you call the timeout. You still got the same 3. If you throw it away, probably about 4 seconds go off the clock. You still got, 5 seconds left? You kick the field goal then. But to not even try, and again, I'm still saying the same thing. I think it's common sense. If he had Aaron Rodgers with 9 seconds to go and a timeout, he would have given Aaron Rodgers the opportunity to score a touchdown. You know that. I know that. And for him not to give Dak Prescott that same respect, that is a problem that's going to come up again. If you scared, if you done fell into like I said, he practices more with Dak, he sees it. If you scared of your guy because the field is going to be packed in real tight, it ain't much room, and you feel like your quarterback is going to make a mistake like that, Doc, we in trouble. I'm sorry. And I noticed that the media didn't ask Dak Prescott why that didn't happen. I guarantee, well, I ain't gonna say I guarantee. I don't know. I would assume that Dak Prescott had a problem with that. I'm just gonna assume. I have no way of validating that. I have no way of saying that is the truth. I just think that any quarterback, that is a confidence knocker. It is a confidence knocker. That you knock. I mean, I told you, if you hang around all this cute in front of the camera, all of this love for Dak Prescott, all of this saying he's a leader, he's what a quarterback he is, and all that. That's what you hear Jerry saying. Jerry didn't have nothing to do with this. This was a coaching decision. I bet you Jerry Jones had a problem with it. I bet you he did. He ain't gonna come out and say it. But I know he's somebody up in that booth. Steven, Will McClay, Jerry Jones, Miss Jones, somebody in that booth. Michael Irvin was up there. I know he said something. There is no way in the world nobody didn't think what I'm thinking. Nobody. And that's a problem, y'all. There's nowhere in the world Dak Prescott, if he's not thinking this, I'm gonna really have to start questioning him now. I see you, Leon. I get it. You say he didn't risk it. Like I said, I'm not gonna knock you by what you're saying, because you could be absolutely 1,000% right, and I could be 1,000% wrong. I'm still saying, to counteract what you just said, though, if it would have been Aaron Rodgers would have had the ball in his hand. And like I said, the only reason why I'm saying Aaron Rodgers, because that was his quarterback. You got the MVP of the league, multiple time MVP of the league. You're going to give him a shot. It's no question in my mind. I know he would. And for him not to do the same thing with that, we ain't got to go to Aaron Rodgers. I mean, I can name about 10 quarterbacks right now. He would have gave him the chance. I'm not going to go through that list, because we all know who most of these quarterbacks are. He would have given that man the chance. Those guys. Whatever name you want. I just stick with the obvious one. Do you really believe that Mike McCarthy would have not given Patrick Mahomes the opportunity to score if he was a quarterback of this thing? Really? Come on now. You really said, no, Pat, we're gonna go ahead and just let this clock wind down, and we're gonna bring out Brandon Aubrey to kick the field goal. I'd rather go up 10-7 than 14-7. It's just the analytical, scenario that we just need to take the points now. You really think he would have did that for Patrick Mahomes? Y'all know better than that. Y'all know better. So I come up with this conclusion. Most of you have already put it in the chat. I have no other choice but to say he doesn't trust Dak Prescott. He doesn't. Really, what you're saying is, I trust the notion that he gonna mess this up. Huh? That's exactly that. Good question, Dave. And this is not. And if I'm not mistaken, Dave is not a Cowboy fan. But it makes total sense of his question that he says here. You got a timeout. You got the whole playbook you can use. When you got a timeout and you inside the 10-yard line, you can use the whole playbook. You got a timeout. He said, no, we ain't going to use none of the playbook. What we going to do is send this kicker out here and we gonna go up 10-7, and we gonna be happy with a field goal lead. Hey, we won the game. Guess what? The win overshadowed. This is what I'm talking about. The win overshadowed everything that I'm saying. But this does not eliminate what did happen. And it's a very good chance that we're going to see this same situation again sooner or later. And what he did, he went ahead and showed his hand. And Kid Cowboy, I got it. Threw 3 picks in a game recently. I get it. I get it. I'm not even going to argue with Kid. I'm throwing up theory. What Kid Cowboy just said there is 1,000% factual. For those on Podbean, Kid Cowboy 66 says he threw 3 picks in a game recently. That is the 1,000% truth. He did. But my counteract to that, Kid Cowboy, is this. At the particular time in the game, he was incredibly efficient. We all know what the numbers were at the end of the game. But at the time, at halftime, Dak wasn't making it wasn't no garbage time, Leon. We only won by 3 points. Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right, Leon. You talking to Kid Cowboy. I got it. I do, but see, but see, Bruce, I think it is trust. It is trust. You just, and again, you partially right on that, and you could be 1,000. Like I said, we just discussing. I'm not saying I'm the all and end all, but I counteract what you're saying, Bruce, with this. And just in case y'all don't see it on Podbean, which I know you don't, Bruce said Mike just said he got conservative. I don't know if that's trust. My counteract to that, Bruce, is this. Again, if it would have been Aaron Rodgers, do you think he would have given Aaron Rodgers the chance to score a touchdown? 9 seconds left, inside the 10, got a 1 timeout in his pocket. I believe that he would have took this approach. Not with Aaron Rodgers. Like I said, the only reason why I'm saying that, because that was his quarterback before. I can name about 10 or 11 guys in the league right now who he would have gave a chance. He would have gave that chance to. Leon, this is about the best statement of the show. Leon says, you're right in your point, but I'm not mad at him. I think that kind of covers what most people said. Okay, I got you, Bruce. I got you. I'm sorry if I read it wrong or interpreted it wrong. This line right here that Leon said may be one of the best lines of the whole show. He said, I'm right in my point, but I'm not mad at him. The only reason why we're not mad at him is because we won the game. Guarantee you, if we would have lost the game, some folks would have pointed back at this point right here, and what I'm talking about would have been highlighted. See, winning erases a lot of theory, like I'm doing now. I guarantee you, if we would have lost Monday night, this, what I'm talking about, would have been highlighted even more. It just ain't no question. It would have been a whole lot of whys. It would have been folks saying, hey, do you trust Dak Prescott? I mean, when a guy, you would have heard the notion like, and I'm saying it now, look, if you're talking about a $40 million quarterback and probably is going to get extended and he's going to be making north of whoever's on top, I think it's Burrow. So that's $55 million or something like that. He's going to get more, whether y'all like it or not. If you can't trust him at $40 million with 9 seconds to go, you're going to look real stupid with a quarterback that's getting almost paid $60 million a year, and with 9 seconds to go and a timeout in his back pocket, you're going to look real stupid by kicking the field goal or choosing to let the clock go down. I'll see if you can. If I ain't got to go to 55. I just stick with what he's making now. Look, $40 million quarterback, listen to me. Everybody saying he this and that. If this is the organization stance on that, saying he's all this and that, he's that and that, then give him a chance to make the play. Leon says, and I guess this is a good question for everybody. He said, do you want for sure points or take a chance for a touchdown? I'm saying you can still get the sure points. You just overemphasize the Dak that if it's not there, don't try to squeeze it in a hole that ain't there. Throw the ball away, and you still got your for sure points. But see, once again, I like this, Bruce, but again, you say me personally, I don't think Big Mike trusts the O-line. He keeps saying he go conservative combat the pass pro. My only counteract to that, Bruce, is if the line gives up a sack, it's going to be a quick sack. You still got the timeout. You still got a chip shot field goal. I don't think it had nothing to do with the line. The ball going to come out quick anyway. I don't think you could probably do as a defensive lineman in that case is probably get your hands up and probably knock the ball down. The ball was going to come out quick. It wasn't going to be no padding and scrambling out and all that kind of stuff like he was doing. It wasn't going to be that because the clock dictated that he would have to throw the ball quick. He would. If it's not there, throw the ball away. You still got your for sure 3 points. I really do believe you don't trust him. Based off of what I said earlier. I'm serious. You can't keep kissing his butt in front of you can't keep kissing Dak like that in public, and then when the moment comes for you to trust or let him earn his money, if you want to say that, whatever you want to say, and then say, no, dog, no, Lordy, oh no, this a little bit too tight. Everything packed in. You're not gonna mess this one up. No, sir. No. We're gonna go and let this clock run down. We're gonna go and kick this field goal, and we're gonna go and keep moving. Our doc said we can't pay Dak. Can't pay Dak that kind of money. We got to move on. Saturday Night Smoke say LaFleur took the ball out of Rodgers' hand 2 years ago in Packers-Bucks championship game to kick a field goal and a loss. Does that mean LaFleur didn't trust him? Well, the thing about that was, Smoke, if you want to do context, the Bucks had a formidable defense, as we all know. You didn't want to take too many chances against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers from that championship game, that Super Bowl year. You didn't want to do that. Oh Lordy, this is the Los Angeles Chargers. You see what I'm saying? It's a big difference between the Bucks, defense then. Them guys weren't giving up no points. They weren't giving up touchdowns, and they were ball hawks everywhere. This is the Los Angeles Chargers. It's a big difference. They were the second to rank last defense in the league. Do you hear what I'm saying? I agree. Dak ain't Rodgers. I agree. Dak Prescott is not Aaron Rodgers. But this defense that we played Monday night was the second worst defense in the league. There was only one other defense in the league that was worse. That was the Denver Broncos. That's it. The Cowboys were a top 10 offense heading into the game. There's nowhere in the world you can't. Come on now. I will understand if the Chargers had a defense like the Buccaneers, a few years ago, but they're not. Matter of fact, smoke. The stats say that the Chargers was this. Let me see. They were giving up 299 yards a game in the air, which tells me this: they can't cover. If you're giving up, you're averaging. After the actual number is 299.8. We might as well round it up to 300. They're averaging 300, giving up 300 yards a game in the air. They can't cover short. They can't cover middle. They can't cover long. That's what they did, Brian. But what I'm talking about is they sacked him, but he's at the 9-yard line with 9 seconds to go, and you got a timeout in your back pocket. The ball was going to have to come out quick. If they sacked him like that, you still, even if they sacked him that quick, guess what? You still got the timeout. You got to take a shot, man. And maybe that will get you fired, but you got to take a shot. The only way that it don't work really is unless there was a turnover. That's the only way. Other than that, throw the ball away, kick the ball. Leon asked a question that I've answered so many times. But Leon, I don't know if you've been hanging with me, so out of respect, because you've given such good questions in the chat, I'll answer your question again. How do I feel about Dak as a quarterback? I've always said about Dak Prescott that he is a good quarterback with the ability to have some elite moments. And the reason why I said that is because I've seen it. Monday night actually was one of his best games that I ever seen him play. Because for the first time in a very long time, nothing was working except the defense. He had no running game. The game essentially was really in his hands offensively. Pretty much the whole game. He had no running game at all. He was the lead rusher, actually. 7 carries for 40 yards. Pollard didn't do nothing on the ground. Rico, they didn't give him the ball enough. The game really was in his hands. And he stepped up big. He had 109.3 quarterback rating. Ladies and gentlemen, don't get too much better than that. That tells you he had an outstanding game. He is a good quarterback, Leon, that has the ability, and we saw it Monday night. He has the ability to have elite moments. Now, it's not the reverse, because this is what the media has done. Once again, this is what I said. The problem with everybody that don't like Dak Prescott is that we're looking at him, or they're looking at him from elite status. That's why everybody always saying, where does Dak rank? Is he top 10? Is he top 5? Is he a top 8? Because everybody is looking at him from elite status. What I've always said about Dak Prescott is he is a very good game manager type quarterback that has the ability at times to look like he is a top 5 quarterback. We saw that in the Tampa Bay playoff game last year. And I don't want to hear nothing about, well, they were old and out. No, Dak made them look old. That's what I'm talking about. We saw him, a playoff game against Rodgers, which they lost, down 31-3. He brought him back to tie the game up. The game was in his hands. That's a few years ago. He's had elite moments. It's just that they haven't been showcased on the big stage. His record speaks for itself. The man has won at least 75%. I mean, it's almost, let me be accurate. Because see, when I show you this, a lot of y'all going to be kind of like sick. Because like, dang, if he's all lit, why he just ain't did it on the big, he just ain't done it on the big stage. Let me see here. Trying to find it. Y'all hold on a second. Y'all forgive me. I'm trying to find it. I don't want that. I think his record is 67 and 40 something. I think so. He has some great regular seasons. You know, it's the same narrative. He has great regular seasons, just ain't won the big game. Enough of the big games. He's won plenty of big games in a regular season. He has. You can't take that from him now. I'm trying to be precise here. He's 65 and 38. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, I'll show you. I'll show you. I'll show you. I mean, I'm not saying, and he has not performed well on the big stage. He has not. I agree, Kid Cowboy. Danny White was the truth. We just couldn't get past the championship game. Danny White brought him there, so that means something. I don't know if y'all can see that, but let me get it there. All right, let's look at it. This is his career record. Games played 103. He's 65 and 38. 63% win percentage. Got 26,000 yards, whatever. Averaging a game 255 yards a game. 172 touchdowns and 69 interceptions. Career quarterback rating is 97.4. I mean, the stats are there. But of course, when we go to his playoff record, then it goes completely down. There's been seasons that he even get to the playoffs, obviously. And then when he got to the playoffs, he didn't win a lot. Obviously, we all know that. But when you see this, none. He ain't made no conference championship game. But when you see this all the way down, you can't say he's trash now, because he's not trash. Like I said, he's a excellent, let me say this. He's just not a game manager. He's a game manager that has the ability at times to light you up. That's what he is. That's why I don't know who said it earlier. Somebody said he's too inconsistent. Okay. I can't even argue that. I can't argue. I can't. Because the same way I just pulled up, you can pull up his playoff record, and then you'll say, okay, well, yeah, you showed me the regular season big time, but let's look at where the real money is in playoff time. Now, what's his record? Well, let's look at it. I'll pull that up, because then the same way I'm praising him now. The same way I'm praising now, I gotta go to the playoffs, and this will separate the real men from the boys, obviously. So I ain't gonna knock that, but be careful though. He just ain't won, and then you really not being fair to be honest with you with that when it comes to the playoffs, because you know, like I said, the game that we lost to Green Bay a few years ago, we were down 31-3. That sounded like the defense wasn't hot at all. That's what it sounded like to me now. Let's look at this. I want to show y'all something. All right, y'all. So you gotta be careful what you gotta be careful when you point the finger like crazy now. Because see, one thing about stats, they don't lie. And then we gonna have to be in context. You got to factor in, you know, what else happened. All right. Let's look at it. Let's look at it. You see where I'm at first. I don't want to press the wrong button. All right, let's look at it together. And then I want you to see it, because a lot of y'all say he ain't this and that. And then you gonna have to ask the question, like, you know, really was it on him or whatever? Because let me take that back down. All right, here we go. Let's look at it. These are Dak Prescott's playoff games. It's only been 4. He's only won 2. Been to playoffs 6 games. 1, 2. We all know that. He's 2-4. Let's go back. 2016, rookie year. 24 for 38, 302 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that was I forgot what game it was. See, I don't even remember. I'm just saying, look at that. So if your quarterback goes 24 for 38, 302 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception, I don't think we can blame it on that. Not that one. All right. 2018. Let's look at the stats. You keep going with me. First of all, this is pitiful right here. 42 or 65. And that was the Green Bay game. 492 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. That's not a bad game, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. So if we're down 31-3, and 1 on Dak, sound like defense wasn't doing that. Not on that one. And he brought us back on that game. 2021, 23 of 43. 254 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Average type game. I forgot who we played that year, but I would have loved the 49er game in Dallas. So he didn't perform well against the 49ers there. And then, of course, last year, 49ers again. Kellen Moore, 70 attempts. Good Lord. 48 of 70. Oh, no, that was Tampa Bay game. I'm sorry. This is Tampa Bay. He didn't throw the ball 70 times against. Yes, he did. 48 of 70. 511 yards, 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I'm just saying, y'all. And of course, we won that game. You know, there's a lot of stuff that go in there. He ain't performed horrible. A couple games, obviously, based off this, he shined. I don't know why they didn't put the 49er game up here, which he threw for 2 interceptions in the playoff loss last year against the 49ers, 19-12. I mean, I don't know why that's not up here. So, again, I'm not making any excuses. That's why I said, if you ask what my evaluation is, he is a good quarterback that he has the ability at times to be not considered a game manager. My other stigma, because I got too many shows where I've said the same thing. I've said for years that if Dak Prescott is down by 10 plus points heading into the 4th quarter, where the game has to be in his hands, 9 times out of 10, he can't bring us back. I've said that. I'm not bowed down on that. I'm not saying I don't trust him to come back. If in comparison, if you playing a Brady team, here's the difference. If you're playing a Brady team, okay, and Brady, the team you just scored, and it's 2 minutes, it's a minute 40 left, and you just scored and put yourself up 4. Instead of celebrating, the first thing commentators gonna say is, "Oh boy, they left Brady a minute 40." Instead of saying that their defense can hold Brady, instead of saying we're up 4 with a minute 40 to go, the first thing everybody say, fans, everybody say, "Oh, they left Brady. They left him too much time." And Brady usually made teams pay. He took advantage of the moments that made him what we think of him. That's the difference between the Hall of Fame quarterback and the real good quarterback, or the average Joe type quarterback. It's the moments. I've said this 1,000 times. I say it again. Isaiah Thomas described it, the basketball player, Isaiah Thomas, Detroit Pistons Hall of Fame player. He said it best. The question was asked to him, what is the difference between a great player and a Hall of Fame player? Isaiah Thomas said, it's the moments. He said the game will present you the moments that will make you considered to be elite, or you just very good, or you just shy away from the moment. He said the game will give you those moments. Dak Prescott has had plenty of opportunities to change the narrative about him. He has not taken advantage of most of them. That's the truth. That's why everybody's still saying he okay, he good. And opposed to somebody else like a Brady, that when the game presented him the opportunity, he cashed in. Need I remind y'all of all the times Brady done just destroyed cities from him breaking their hearts on a world stage? Atlanta was up 28-3. Brady, nobody give. And check it out. It was the defense that really held them in, because they was up 28-3. They ain't scored hardly nothing after that. But nobody says that about the Patriots and the Falcons Super Bowl. They automatically say Brady is the greatest of all time. He brought him back. But I don't say nothing about the defense. When you're in the quarterback position, this is what comes along with it. Dak has just not taken advantage of the moments. And maybe that's the reason why McCarthy didn't give him the chance Monday night. I'm still saying it's a problem, because the same people that's saying when we start getting down to the nitty gritty, the same people that's saying that he just wanted to take the points, and when he start getting down to the real nitty gritty, you're going to say Mike need to go ahead and go for it. And Kid Cowboy, you're right. Whose fault is that? Dak Prescott? Dak Prescott? Dak Prescott. No question. Somebody at my door. Y'all forget that chime there. You at my door. Okay. I'm serious. Hey, you got to look at it like that. Dak has not taken advantage of the situation. He's not. He hasn't. He hasn't taken enough of the situation that would change the narrative. Now, a lot of people were, I know most Cowboy fans were watching and waiting for something to go wrong, which it did with the punt. When they blocked Turpin into it and they end up, Toll thought that, it touched us and he went forward and Chargers got the ball back. They're just Cowboy stuff that always happened to us. But most people were waiting for Dak to mess up, and he didn't. He didn't, and that kind of messed people up. Because when he don't do it, I guess people are shocking, or he don't make the play. But here are the facts from Monday night. Monday night, I ain't say over the last 8 years. I ain't say, whatever. I'm saying Monday night, he did his job. They tied the game up. Dak had the ball at the end. He drove his team down, and they kicked the field goal. Now, most Cowboy fans want, he said, well, he got him the field goal range. He ain't scored a touchdown. Y'all stop it, please. He didn't have to score a touchdown. All he had to do was get in the field goal range. He did his job. He made the plays. Can't take it from him. Monday night was one of his best games that I remember. Monday night. I ain't talking about playoff games. I ain't talking about the Arizona Cardinal game. I ain't talking about the 49er game. I'm just saying Monday night, he was outstanding. I ain't gonna say Herbert lost that game, kid Cowboy. He had a lot of pressure on him. I'm quite sure you done seen the stats by now. He got pressured over 15 plus times in the game. He got happy feet. He couldn't settle in. He was overthrowing because he was so used to getting rushed all night long. That does something to a quarterback. He hit the ground a lot. The old saying is, you hit the quarterback, you're gonna shake him up. That's what happened to Herbert. I ain't gonna say he lost. We made him that way. Okay. Jack said, I just think the West Coast schemes is just not for this offense with players we have. You may be absolutely right on that, Jack. You might be right on that. Dave said, can he consistently be trusted? I'm assuming you're talking about Dak. Damn, I mean, see, we don't have to guess. The formula is there, and it's always been this formula. If Dak is a front runner, Dak is a front runner. If we get ahead of you, obviously he plays a whole lot better. But if the game has to go into his hands, when the running game is not working, and say, okay, Dak, just like Monday night, that's what happened. Monday night was the exact opposite of what I've always said about him. When the game is not comfortable for him, when the running game is not there, and you have to do it, you got to do it. You got to carry the team. I've always said that ain't the place where we want that. For at least for one time, he did the exact thing that I said that he struggles with. He did it Monday night now. Now, do I trust that consistently? The track record says no. I mean, that's just the truth. He did Monday night. So see, everybody want to keep going back to all the past and all that. Monday night, he was outstanding. He played an outstanding football game Monday night. Tip my hat to him. He led the team. No, it wasn't 350 yards. It wasn't 400 yards. It wasn't 3 touchdowns. It was a very efficient football game. If he played like that, you Cowboys gonna win a whole lot of football games. If he plays like he played Monday night, don't have to have the big numbers. He just need to be efficient. He completed over 70% of his passes. He had a 109 quarterback rating. If he plays like that, we're gonna win a lot of football games. That's the truth. And see, and I'll close with this. See, we keep looking at Dak from the wrong eyesight, wrong vision. The way that the media talks about Dak and the way the fan base talk about Dak, everybody talk about Dak like he was drafted in the first round. This is not an excuse. He's a fourth round draft pick. But we talk about him like he was the first pick of the draft. And as soon as the Cowboys figure out what I've been saying all the time, you make Dak, you turn Dak into more of a game manager, we're gonna win. We're gonna win. You turn Dak into more of a game manager, we'll win some games. But if you're trying to make him the MVP of the league by throwing all the time and all that, that's not gonna get it done. I've always said that. I ain't backing off that. As soon as it's just like right now. If you would have asked the Dallas Cowboys, and I say this all the time, name the top 5, name the top 10 Dallas Cowboys, offensively and defensively combined. Give me your top 10 most important Cowboys. Dak Prescott not about to be your number 1 pick. If he is, it's rare. He's not going to be in your top 3. I would even say he's probably not even in your top 8. I would say that. He may not even be in the top 10. Well, I ain't gonna say that. He probably top 10, but he had the lower part. Just on this team alone. We talk about him like he the man. He's not the man on this team. But the Cowboys present it like he is. And then the media talks about him like he is. He's not even the top. Let me prove my point. Matter of fact, y'all join me real quick. We all gonna have different lists. Let's do this. For y'all Cowboy fans, just swear them down. Because see, this going to tell the truth about yourself right here. Look, if you don't want the truth to be told, don't participate. Name me your top 10 Dallas Cowboys, combining offensively and defense. Yes, Leon. Let's look at it. And take away, and watch this, Leon, take away the injuries. Let's act like everybody is there. Okay? Let's go. Number 1. Michael Parsons. Everybody gonna be different, so it's not wrong. Number 2, Zach Martin. Number 3, Trayvon Diggs. Number 4, give me Tyler Smith. Number 5, give me DeMarcus Lawrence. Number 6. Well, I'm wrong on that. A CD's supposed to be somewhere, so let me just put him there. I mean, CD probably a little bit further up, but I forgot about him. So, but we know he in there. CD number 6. Number 7, give me Gilmore. I'm just doing stuff off the top of my head. Number 8, and y'all can switch it up. Give me Tyron Smith. Number 9, give me Tyler Biadasz. I ain't even mentioned Pollard yet. So number 10 on my list is between Dak and Pollard. You tell me who's more important. You see what I'm saying? He's if you're being honest, Dak is not really, and he's just not. Nah, Mozzie ain't there, kid. Mozzie ain't done enough. He's not there. Hot Boy says, so CD catches on passes. Hot Boy, I answer this question. If you had to do top Dallas Cowboys on your team, In your opinion, no list is right or wrong. Where does Dak fall for you? Of course, Dak throws him the ball, but we talking about the top 10 players on this team. There's nowhere in the world that you can say that Dak Prescott is better than CeeDee Lamb. Not when CeeDee Lamb is an all-pro, and Dak Prescott didn't even make the Pro Bowl. You just can't do it. I know it's him throwing the ball, but I'm saying who is it? Most people will say who's the better player. They gonna say CeeDee Lamb. And I think you would say that. At least I don't know if you said it or not. But since you said it, where is Dak Prescott on your list? Top 10 Cowboy, offensively and defensive players combined. Where does Dak really fall for you? Jack, I ain't even forgot about that. And that's because Osi, I ain't forgot. Osi is, right now, Osi got to be a top 10. Help me out, boy. I'm not trying to, show you up. I'm just saying you can't say CD is not better than Dak when CeeDee Lamb is an all-pro. And even though Dak threw him the ball, he wasn't even worthy enough of a Pro Bowl nod, mainly because of all the interceptions he had last year. But CeeDee Lamb was all-pro. So that eliminates Dak to me, right there. I ain't even said Terrence Steele. That I guess you can argue that point down, but I'm just saying. If you really want to be truthful, Dak really not even, well, I speak for myself. If he is in the top 10 with me, he's number 10. So based off that, and most of you will not have Dak Prescott in your top 3. And usually the quarterback is the number 1 guy on the team. So based off that, we shouldn't be looking at Dak Prescott. If you ask all these haters of Dak, if you ask all the pundits and all the analysts, they will say the same thing. Dak Prescott not even a top 10 Dallas Cowboy this year. I'm serious. I'm not knocking him. I'm just saying I can name about 9 players that are better than he is. I'm just being honest, and I love Dak. But I just know what he is, and I'm not gonna call him something that he's not, and I'm not gonna judge him off of unrealistic expectations. I can't do it, Leon. And watch this. You're absolutely right. You are absolutely 1,000% right. But that still don't negate that he's not a top 10 Dallas Cowboy this year. I agree with you 100%. You take him off the squad, guess what? We ain't making the playoffs. I agree. And somebody in here gonna say, well, Cooper Rush was out. Look, Cooper Rush would not lead us to the playoffs. I can kill that right now. John said, where do I got Curse ranked? I got Dak above him. I don't think Curse is a top 10 Cowboy this year. All right. So High Boy, you didn't answer my question, but you answered my question with a question. You say, so last season, how did the Cowboys offense get to a top 5 offense once he came back from injury? Well, you're misinterpreting what I'm saying. I'm not saying he's not good. I just said he's not a top 10 Dallas Cowboy. I didn't say he wasn't good. You got there because they opened up the playbook and let him start throwing it around. I even helped your narrative out. All right, boy. He had CD, and then he had Noah Brown, and whoever else he had wasn't nowhere near good. And Dak still put up the numbers, but you can't negate the fact that he had all those interceptions too. So you can't have it. Your part of what you're saying is right, because Dak Prescott showed up. That's the reason why. I answer your question. That's the reason why. He went to the top 5 because Cooper Rush sat down. Dak Prescott came in, and he lit, started lighting up the place. but he also gave the ball away too. But he ain't gave the ball away a whole lot this year. I'm still saying the same thing. I know you misinterpreted me. I'm not saying he's not good. I'm saying he is good. But I am saying he's not even a top 10 Dallas Cowboy on this roster right now. I'm still saying that. Leon said, withstand any loss of the other players you mentioned, so by virtue of that, he's number one. Well, no, he wasn't number one. He wasn't number one last year. Michael Parsons was. Michael Parsons was the best football player on his team last year. No doubt about that. Zach Martin was second. He never been number one. Zach Martin is a better football player, and I ain't going by all the All-Pros. I'm saying if you're saying that if you take Dak Prescott out, we're not making the playoffs. I can say the same thing about Michael Parsons. I can say the same thing about Zach Martin. If you take Zach Martin out this lineup, you ain't going to the playoffs. If you take Michael Parsons off this team, you think Trayvon Diggs lost, because some of y'all think Trayvon Diggs not being there. Y'all think that what a change. You take Michael Parsons off this team and watch how this defense will go from a top, whatever they are, all the way back to the middle of the pack or lower. I'm just saying, it's okay to like Dak. I like Dak too, but I'm calling it like it is. He's not. If he is a top 10, he had to. Let's just put it this way: depending on your list, if you were to do the top 10 Cowboys, if you were looking at it, I guess same way I'm looking at it. If he is top 10, he's at the lower part of it. He's not at the top. He's not at the top. He don't put up enough. He don't put up enough to be in the top 3. He's more impactful. We get into real nuts and bolts right now. Put it this way. Let me show you this. Let me show y'all this. Ain't nobody scared of Dak Prescott. Defensive coordinators are not scared of Dak Prescott. They actually want him to throw the ball. But check this out. They scared of CeeDee Lamb. Why do I know that? Because they double CeeDee Lamb everywhere he go. See that? That's the truth. Ain't nobody scared of Dak Prescott. Nobody. That's why they stack the line. That's why they've been stacking the line against Ezekiel Elliott, Tony Pollard, all them guys. They've always stacked the line and dared him to throw one-on-one. They're not scared of him. They scared of CeeDee Lamb. They respect Zach Martin enough to know that he's the best. So they ain't putting their best guy on Zach Martin because Zach is all world. They scared of Michael Parsons. They double and triple team him. Ain't nobody scared of Dak Prescott. Nobody. Now y'all ain't gonna say amen, but y'all know it's the truth. You want Dak Prescott throwing the ball because you figure that Dak Prescott eventually is going to make the ultimate mistake. You want Patrick Mahomes to throw the ball 50 times a game. You don't want Dak Prescott throwing the ball 50 times a game. You don't want it. Y'all would be lying if you said you did. Folks are scared of Patrick Mahomes. Watch this. That's why everybody don't blitz him too much. They go ahead and try to get in the zone. They try to keep everything in front of them. They go one-on-one, man. They put 8-9 men in the box. It's one-on-one everywhere. They don't care nothing about Dak Prescott. Now y'all don't want to do this now. I watch tape. I can bring the tape out and show you all 22. Look how many men up in this box. It's one-on-one somewhere. If I got 8 or 9 men in the boxes, it's only 11 men on the field. It's one-on-one, probably at both sides. Or either the tight end is one-on-one. Nobody ain't scared of Dak Prescott. You ain't put that fear in nobody. They invite him. Please beat me. We don't think you can. We gonna shut Pollard down. We gonna shut Ezekiel Elliott down. We gonna shut any guys who running. We gonna kill the running game because we want you to throw the ball, Dak. But we don't believe you can beat us. You throwing these slants because that's all that's all they want you to throw is slants and comeback route and little stop routes. You can't beat us. Why y'all think the 49ers packed everything in? I wish I could bring the tape out and just let y'all see how the 49ers just dared that. It was one-on-one the whole game. Serious. The Chargers tried it, but they don't have the personnel like the 49ers had, so we can burn them every now and then. They will look, the balls that Cooks caught Monday night. Y'all come on, talk to me. It wasn't no double team on Cooks. That was one-on-one. They dared Dak to do it, and Dak made them pay. Dak made them pay. That's because they ain't had no other option, Leon. They ain't want to pay him either, which is another whole story within itself. They franchised him because they didn't want to pay him the long contract. They wanted the contract at their way. They didn't believe Dak is worth all that money, man. Y'all know that. They don't believe it. And they sure don't believe. They gonna pay him. No. You get it again. You're getting it wrong, Leon. I done said it too many times. I ain't never say he was bad. I ain't never said he was bad. I told you, he's a good quarterback that has had some elite moments. Well, I tell you what, Leon, we get into a part 2 of my of this. It ain't no coincidence that they got Trey Lance. That's all I'm gonna tell you. It ain't no coincidence. Because they know what Dak is gonna ask for. And watch this. And watch this. Depending on how this year falls, that's gonna answer a lot of questions on whether the checkbook gonna come out. Oh, yeah. It ain't no coincidence that they got Trey Lance. And they don't know nothing about Trey Lance other than his contract is attractive. You can build around it because you don't have to pay him quite yet. In opposed to having Dak Prescott, where you're going to have to make a decision this year because it's $60 million against the cap if you cut him. So you're going to have to find a way. And Dak know all this. Dak know that. He's in the driver's seat. And you're going to have to make a decision. And Dak ain't giving no home time discount. He's very happy that Burrow and all those guys got paid because in the climate of the quarterback, we already know that the way that the quarterback gets paid is who's next. Just telling you. And knowing how Jerry is, as much as they've been crying, and Dak is gonna ask for more than whoever's the last person. So we talking $55 million. I'm just trying to tell you, I'm not just I believe he gonna get signed, but I don't know if they gonna want to pay him $57 million. His argument is going to be Jalen Hurts. Jalen got to a Super Bowl, had one gigantic year, and we see how he playing right now. He just had one good year, and Dak has the right, the problem to say, hey, I'm better than Jalen Hurts. Yes, that's up for y'all debate or whatever. I personally think he's better than Jalen Hurts myself, because you got to do it more than 1 year. You got to do it more than 1 year for me. And Jalen is looking like that. Dak has had some good years. He had a lot of good years, actually. He just ain't won. I'm just saying that. And Jalen, on 1 year, one good year, at the time he got his contract, was the highest paid quarterback in football. On one good year. Dak Prescott is going to say, I'm on that type of level. Well, watch this. We ain't got to go to Jalen Hurts. If I'm not mistaken, if I'm right, isn't it Herbert? Is Herbert the best? I think, is it Herbert or Burrow? It's one of the two. Justin Herbert ain't done nothing. Hello. And what did y'all want to talk about? Dak has beaten the Chargers with a Justin Herbert quarterback. Justin Herbert. And he's beaten them twice. Trust me, whatever Herbert got paid, Dak gonna ask for it. It's gonna happen. And you know what? And he should. Because if you paid Justin Herbert that, Justin Herbert ain't even won a division championship. Got to the playoffs one time and lost that game. As great as everybody say Justin Herbert is, he ain't won absolutely nothing. Has not won a division, has not won a playoff game, has only played in one playoff game, and he got played $50+ million. And you don't think Dak Prescott ain't gonna ask for that? I mean, this is easy to figure out to me. That's going to happen. And that's going to be the leverage that he has. Y'all look what Justin Herbert. I ain't got to go. Okay, Burrow went to the Super Bowl. Okay, you can have that one. Oh, Jalen Hurts went to the Super Bowl. Oh, okay, you can have that one. Okay, if that's what you're saying, let's concentrate on Justin Herbert right here. Let's just do this comparison. Look, let's pull out his resume, then I'm gonna pull out mine. And I know I played a couple years longer, but according to this, as great as everybody says, Justin Herbert hadn't won absolutely nothing. And this is what he got paid. Y'all got to pay me, because I got some commas by my name. It ain't a lot, but at least I won division 2 or 3 times. I've been to the playoffs. I played in 6 playoff games. I at least won 2. Justin Herbert ain't got nothing but a 0. Nothing. No division championships. No playoff appearance except last year. And he lost that. And he got paid $50+ million. Yes, you're going to have to pay me $50+ million. That's what Dak is going to say. And it's going to be kind of hard to dispute that. I don't care nothing about potential. I don't care nothing about Justin Herbert got a rocket arm. I don't care nothing about he's the future. Well, the future ain't here yet. As of right now, he ain't won nothing. Dak Prescott is going to say, look here, man. My resume, if we doing that, my resume is better than Justin Herbert's. No, Kid Cowboy, I think it's going up. Once the new TV deal go up, it's going up. Quarterback market is going up. It just won't be many quarterbacks that's going to demand the type of money like these guys are. But the quarterback market is going to go up. It's going to happen. Once the TV deal gets done, it's going up. The salary cap is going to go up. The quarterback is going to get paid. The quarterbacks are just there. It's just Dak Prescott is on that level. I ain't talking about skill-wise. I'm saying he's there because at the time he got paid, he was one of the highest paid quarterbacks. Matter of fact, he was when he got his money. It's about to happen again. I'm just saying. But check this out, Kid Cowboy. If Jalen Hurts out for just one good year, when and at the time he got his contract, he was the highest paid quarterback in the league on one good year. You ain't gonna be able to do it with Purdy because they're gonna have to pay Purdy. What do you think Purdy gonna ask for? Purdy done had a couple good years. What do you think Purdy is gonna ask for? They gonna hurry up and take care of him while they can. Well, it ain't been in the Super Bowl yet. It ain't been in the Super Bowl. Purdy ain't been in the Super Bowl. He won playoff games, but he ain't been in the Super Bowl. He ain't been in the Super Bowl yet. You got to get there before we give him that type of credit. Maybe that's why Jalen got his. Purdy ain't done nothing. Purdy done won a whole bunch of regular season games. I'm just saying. All right, but here's the bottom line as I go and put a bow on this thing. After all of what was said tonight, the bottom line is it was 9 seconds on the clock with a timeout in his back pocket. Mike McCarthy chose to let the clock run down to 2 seconds, 2 or 3 seconds, and then give his quarterback a shot from inside the 10-yard line, the chance to go up 14-7. Instead, he was happy with a 10-7 lead at halftime. My conclusion is he doesn't trust Dak Prescott. And it may be justifiable, the reason why he does not believe in him. It very well may be. It very well may be. I'm saying again, it would have been another quarterback, which I've seen, he would have gave that quarterback the opportunity. To me, that is a confidence knocker to Dak Prescott. He ain't gonna talk about it, but he gonna remember that. And later on in this season, that's the kind of stuff that's gonna happen again. And y'all gonna be mad as Cowboy fans, like, you got to go for that. You just got to. And he gonna try Brandon Aubrey out there. And he gonna kick the field goal and say, what he say? Play conservative. That's what he said. Mike McCarthy said that. Mike McCarthy said, in that moment, we just wanted to play it safe. Well, what does that mean? You didn't want to take a chance of a risk. Okay, what's the risk? Certainly, you ain't thinking about a fumble. You ain't thinking about that. That ain't the reason why, because you going to put Dak in the shotgun in the first place. So we ain't talking about no fumble. You were saying you wanted to play it safe because you, a part of your thinking, you thought Dak was going to mess it up. And that ain't going to, look, that's not good. That is not good. I don't care what y'all, that's not good. The Kid Cowboy say a pick six. That's what he might be saying. And that's a knock against Dak. And for the future, when we get to some of these games and start playing the quote unquote good teams, guess what? When you got a chance to cash in, you got to cash it in. You got to try. Now, some of y'all saying I would have kicked the field goal too, and the reason why, and I will ask you, okay, why, if you got a timeout and it's 9 seconds, and you know that you're gonna be able to get the field goal anyway, unless it's a turnover, why do you want to let the clock go down? And I would ask you the question: do you trust Dak Prescott? That's what those that said, Mike made the right decision. Okay, then I question you. Why is that? Leon says, okay, that's an optimistic, right? That's a different way to look at it. I get it. Leon said you can't go broke taking profits. So in other words, 3 is better than nothing. So, but you saying going broke, that must mean a part of you thinking, Leon, that was a chance that the ball gonna get turned over. Look, you're telling your quarterback before the play even starts. If it's not there, throw it into the stands. You're inside the 10-yard line. If your read ain't open, throw it up in the stands. Guess what? Still got time. Don't pad around. Don't try to scramble out. Don't try to make a way out of no way. Throw the ball up in the stands. You'll have maybe about 3-4 seconds left. You still got the same 3. I'm saying why I'm seeing a lot of you saying you trust him. I see Leon say, why risk it? That's why I said, you believe exactly what I'm saying. You believe that Dak Prescott was going to mess it up. That's the only risk in it. So really, when you say I trust Dak, I seen what Dak is capable of. You got some folks that believe that Dak, you at least give him the shot. May have not completed it. At least give him the shot. I'd rather go 14-7. I would have took the shot because I got a timeout. I would have took the shot. A lot of you saying just go in at 10-7. And like I said, it's easy to say all this because we won the game. So what I'm talking about tonight really is not, we're really talking about. I'm just saying if he did it before, he'll do it again. Just saying. If you just believe in it, make a formation up that's going to require you to go one-on-one. Throw the fade. Throw the fade. If you miss it, he just miss it. Throw the fade. All right, I'm done. I know plenty of y'all, I don't get it. I don't get it. I agree, Leon, but I'm saying even you dancing around, but I understand what you're saying. You're right. But based off what you're saying, you believe that Dak would have made a mistake too. That's the only reason why you say it's a risk. I mean, really, if it would have been, if it would have been one of these other quarterbacks, you would have gave that quarterback the opportunity. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. If it would have been Mahomes, you would have gave Patrick Mahomes the opportunity. 9 seconds ago, timeout in your back pocket, you would have gave Patrick Mahomes one shot to make the play. You would have. And if you're saying you're right, I would, then why didn't you give that? Oh, you say, okay. Well, you say if I got Tom Brady or Mahomes, I'm taking the points. Well, I mean, you come out on top. You got the 3 points. It's just kind of hard for me to believe that you wouldn't give the quarterback the shot. Exactly, Freight Train. That's also part of it too. A scared man can't win. Scared man can't win. Scared man can't win. So the Cowboys go back. The only way we ain't gonna run into this type of stuff is because the only way we ain't gonna run into this is unless we blow people out. And this situation will never come up. This situation will never come up. Or if we getting blowed out, this situation will never come up. But what we got, in my opinion, is a preview of what very well could happen again. That's all I'm saying. And you're right, Leon. We did win. Still don't knock the fact that it's very questionable of that little scenario. And those 3 points actually made the difference. We won by 3. So, I mean, an argument could be made. You know, it was. We won by 3. Those 3 points at the half did it. That's why I said winning kind of erases a lot of questions because you won. Exactly. I told you at the beginning of the podcast that I'm in conspiracy theory mode right now. The facts are we won the game. I agree with you on that. I said that at the beginning. This conspiracy, but it may be conspiracy, but it raised a lot of questions. It did with me. It rose questions with me. I believe you don't trust him. That's me. That's all really I got. Now I would, if I would have stopped earlier, I would have went ahead and opened up the line because I know y'all got stuff to say, but I really don't have the time. So I'm gonna close it up. Listen, for whoever's watching this replay, if you want to comment at any point, I'm saying this like they gonna see this part first. But let me just say it again. You may want to go back. Although this may not be live to you, you can comment. I'll see the comments and you know, I'll answer them as well. Until the end, ladies and gentlemen, listen. This has been fun. See, the world, you know, conspiracy theories, you know, it works. Bray Train say McCarthy don't trust himself. Well, like I said, remember this scenario. 9 seconds left. Time out of your pocket. Remember it, because we might see something like this again. Seriously. We just might see this again. And you know, if he comes on the wrong end of it, it's gonna be a problem. The only reason I feel like it's not a problem is because of what Leon said earlier. We won. Winning erases a multitude of sins. Well, y'all know I'm a preacher, but I ain't mean to put the Bible in it, but I'm just saying. Winning covers up a lot of mistakes. Let me put it that way. Winning covers up a lot of mistakes. That's what happened. Winning covers up the mistakes. Trust me, if we would have lost, this scenario would have been talked about. Some question, I showed y'all the flyer when he said he was playing safe. The question did come up. You saw his answer earlier. He said we were trying to play it safe. We want to just take the points there. The only reason why nobody ain't made a gigantic big deal out of it, like I am now, is because we won the game. If we would have lost, I guarantee you would have heard about this. But guess what? I ain't gonna say too much more about it, but I'm gonna remember this. As we go into the bye week, well, we're already there, you know. Well, that's a good one. Hi, boy. You know, maybe I need to do a week show out of every night, but conspiracy stuff. And you know, my next show gonna be probably Saturday at 3:00. I'll give you my little evaluation after 6 games about what we're doing well and what I don't think we didn't do well. We did well, but we haven't done well. So that'll be my little bi-week evaluation. Hope you guys come back and come hang with me Saturday at 3:00. That's Central Time. Whatever part of the country you're from. I live here in Memphis, so it will be Central Time here. Hope you guys will consider coming hanging with me. If you follow me, then you already know where to find me. if you on what I'm thinking about. If you haven't subscribed, if you're on YouTube and you never subscribe to my show, because I'm seeing some names I'm not used to seeing, I hope that you will follow me um, and give me a chance. Maybe you might like the show. If you're on Facebook and you've never seen me before, I hope that you like the show, turn on the notification bar, and hopefully you come hang with me. I'm quite sure by now you see what I do. I keep it real. Yeah, I told you guys. I will talk about the Cowboys very bad if they play bad, and then I'll give them credit if they play good. That's just how I am. A lot of people don't like my take about Dak Prescott. All I'm saying is I watched him for 7 years now. You know, he is what he is. We just got to call it like it is instead of calling it in hopes. Calling in hopes of what you want him to be and call it like it is. Once you do that, you'll know you'll know what to call. Just as simple. Appreciate you, Leon. Thanks for subscribing. Thank you so much. Yeah, freight train. There's a lot of politics going on. Ain't no question about that. We'll see. All right. I'm done talking. Appreciate y'all because I'm just flapping now. Appreciate y'all for hanging with me. Leon, since you just subscribed, and this may be your first time, I need you to stay because you look a little older. I need you to hang with me because I leave out with a bang. I always do. Those that have been with me, y'all already know what I'm about to ask. Go ahead and give me the hand clap emojis. I need to see it right now because y'all know I'm finna groove my way out of here. Let me see at least one of y'all put the hand clap emojis up. Leon, this for you, brother. This the closing song. Every time I go. I'm 50 years old, so I ain't no young, I'm young, but I ain't young. So I ain't for all this loud beatbox music, Hey, Miss Neeson. See, Miss Neeson know what to do. All right. Appreciate you, Marco Polo Freight Train. So let me explain to you, Leon. I'm older, so I'm more, I ain't for all this loud, stuff like that. I'm more, I'm from the Isley Brother generation. You understand? That's where I'm from. You 45, but then you a little younger than I am. But we kind of, you with me then. All I'm gonna say is, get ready to bob your head. Miss Nisa know what I'm talking about. Just get ready to bob your head, all right? Appreciate everybody for hanging with me. Leon, stay with me. Yeah, get ready to bob your head. Stay with me, because I'm going to come back right out of the show and just ask you, is it right? Matter of fact, comment. I ain't going to say nothing. Just comment when you feel it. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Leon, my excellent co-host tonight, this has been the one and only, the Big Time Show. Leon, let me see you bounce your head. I'm out. Leon. Talk to me, Doc. I'm smooth right now, Doc. Go on, give me my credit, Leon. Margo say, how Dion say, play my theme music. That's right. Whenever you hear that, Leon, it's on. Leon, come on, talk to me. I can't get off to you since you new to the family. Come on, talk to me now. Now you might like hip hop and all that. I'm smooth. See that, don't you? I'm a jazz type guy. Where Leon at? Leon didn't leave it, did he? What? Is Leon still here? Y'all tell me. Y'all been with me. Y'all felt that? Did y'all feel it? Did y'all feel that? Where is Leon? I gotta get Leon back. Leon, you can't leave now. Before the party over with. I had everybody head bobbing in here. Leon, you ain't typing a whole dissertation, are you? All right, y'all. Leon probably done left me, man. He might have thought that the groove wasn't right. I don't know. I like it. You understand? All right, y'all take it easy, man. Appreciate y'all hanging with me. Y'all know I love y'all. Y'all the family. Appreciate y'all. We'll see you on Saturday at 3 o'clock. All right?